Hi guys, welcome to the channel of love. Okay, it's Sunday. I woke up like kind of bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. Took a while to get going, but I was up early, like 7 o'clock. I've not been up that early in a while. Anyway, so it's like good vibrations. I was just singing that before I come on. I was like, they're good vibes. I'm actually putting cards away. So I thought, even though I had this urge to come on, it was nice. It was like, okay, we're going on camera, nice and early. It's 10:56. Even though I'm on at 4 o'clock with a live, so nothing changes there. But there must be a meaning why we're having a reading beforehand. What do I feel this reading? I just had it in my mind. What I thought we might be doing. Oh, we might just be having a look and see why these vibes are good. Good vibrations. We're talking about good vibrations. Okay. Mermaids. No, they're not mermaids, sorry. That's what we're having then. Unicorns, you're going away. We're having the mermaids. We're having the mermaids. Okay. I'm sure they'll show themselves. The Sacred Destiny Oracle. I want to use them. I'm not sure what we're doing. We're putting them unicorns away. I thought we were going to play with mermaids, but oh, there they are. Oh, they're hiding. Okay. The traditional Rider-Waite. Oh, I feel like I want to do a Celtic Cross. Okay. It's time. Looks like my nail varnish is chipped there. Sorry, some of them are. Okay. We'll do a Celtic Cross. And then later on we can have a look at the working week. Let's look at the situation. Good vibrations. Lily's up. Do we have any blocks? Any challenges? What was I thinking not long back, like this morning? I was thinking something like, oh, okay, getting to the point where you don't have a problem with life anymore. Okay. I was thinking, why am I thinking like this? And I don't know, it was like I was imagining the tree of life, and that's why it's kind of brought me to the Sacred Destiny. I was watching the Disney Lion King film, the live one, last night. And I don't know, it reminded me of the Sacred Destiny deck. The giraffes were beautiful. Okay. We're just waiting to see if anything... maybe we just don't have a problem with life anymore. What do you reckon? What's gone on in the past? The energy's so settled. I feel it's very settled. Okay. Now, let's look at the now. Took a bit of contemplation now. I'm going to tell you another thing that come through. I heard somebody say the word consider, but I swear that they said twinsider. And I was like, did they just say it's time to twin-sider? It's time to decide whether or not you're going to accept love in this lifetime with your divine counterpart, like whether you're going to decide to twin. Give twinning a go this lifetime, like true love. And it was like, it's time to twin-sider. And I was actually kind of like trying to write it down. I thought it doesn't even look like a... Well, I didn't write it down. I was kind of doing it with my twin-sider. Anyway, I pondered on that earlier. And that's... Future energy. Oh, 2 cards. Okay. It's 1101. Just missing that 1, isn't it? Just to 1111 it. I must twin-sider this. Whether I take on this love. What's going on behind the scenes, please? Okay. How this person's viewing themselves. Are they considering twinning? How this is affecting others. Okay. Hi, Lily. You going to come up that way? Or are you just going to sit there and listen to me from afar? Okay. She's on the edge of the table. Any hopes or fears? Well, okay. Yes, they know there's hopes or fears there. Outcome. 2 cards. Shall we have a look and see if how this reading's going to come together? Come together right now. Okay. Come on over then. Pop your towel down. That's it. Everybody doesn't want to see your bottom up in the air. Good girl. Thank you. What's up? You want to talk? Okay, twist round then. That's it. I want to be a bit closer, so we're gonna have to share this space. Yeah? Can hear sirens out there. Let's pull the cards over. Let's pull the cards over. As there's sirens. Oh, it's like, okay. The police are pulling us up. Let's have a look. I just wanted to sing then. Sending out an SOS. Roxanne. Okay, don't take me there with the police. We've got the Emperor situation. Okay, I've got to try and think about what I've said as I've been dealing. We've got the Emperor. I need to think about what I've said whilst I've been dealing. Considering something here, look. This fiery rage and this needs to deal with this I don't even know if it's a temper. It's a fire. Reminds me of what is, not I'm blaming the divine masculines or anything, but the fires that are going on in Australia. I don't know if you joined, I put on the Facebook page a collective kind of time just to spend 3 minutes just focusing your energy. I felt it was amazing. I was doing that again this morning. It was awesome. And I believe it pinged up on my phone that like rain was on the way. These sirens outside. It's like we need to help our helpers. Anyway, so I was doing that this morning, just imagining like, I don't know, miles of like these clouds coming over and just saturating all them flames and just the animals. It was giraffes I was taken to actually, just kind of looking up and I don't know, just everyone just grateful of the assistance that nature brings to this situation. And I feel, you know, let's calm down, masculines, and watch the weather calm down as well. But it was an amazing feeling, just if you can just visualise all a monsoon, just nothing to scare them. It's just so that the only thing I can think about what's coming out of that is they're going to build one hell of a new community from this. How this must have brought them all so much closer. Australia goes first, I suppose, with rebuilding our communities. They are down under. Okay. So, yeah, I imagine this is going to bring them very much closer as a country. Anyway, let's have a look at any challenges. So let's calm down this temper, this flame. It's time to move on. This card is the card of moving on to calmer waters. What's gone on in the past? Now that card took a while to come out, didn't it? The challenge, moving on. Moving on from past events, past behaviours. I was having to think about what I'd said. I've really picked up this consideration going on here regarding love. Love's out of control here. The flame is out of control. It's a burning passion that can be destructive. It needs to be tamed by Mother Nature, Mother Earth. And the challenge is leaving the past in the past. Like a new beginning here. They're off to like an island. To rebuild. Really does come in with what I've just kind of spoke about with like Australia being on its own there. I mean, we kind of say it's the other side of the world. Their time difference is always in front by quite a lot. They're ahead of us. And this is about rebuilding, starting over. There is the fear there unless it's forced upon you. And the universe finds a way to do that. Anyway. I want to say with us doing our prayers, especially as feminines, you know, we're trying to kind of bring peace to this situation, even if it comes to Australia or the divine masculine. It's kind of like the same energy force, isn't it? Out of control. So let's have a look at what's gone on in the past, because the challenge has been leaving that there and moving on and starting again. Okay. That's what's happened in the past. Turning your back on love, on the Two of Cups. That's twinning. The rest of it just looks a bit disgusting. It just looks like a bit of a mess, doesn't it? What's gone on in the past. And there's a river there in between him and this castle. I was going to say that, you know, he could use a boat to cross, but he could just cross that bridge. But I feel that maybe he needs to build bridges. New beginnings. It's kind of like the same colour as the islands that they're going to. So time to build bridges. It kind of looks like he can wade his way across the water. Or he could just have a walk or a talk and build some bridges here. Shall we have a look at the current? The current. Shall we have a look at the current of that water? How choppy is it? I've never noticed before, but behind the Emperor is a there is a river as well. I'm really looking into these cards today. That's why I love tarot. Have a look at him, look behind him though. You see that blue? There's no real reason for that blue to be there. It's like he needs to cut himself off from that. Leave that in the past. This fiery energy. The Emperor energy. Current situation is the masculine is planning. So he knows. I want to say he knows that it's time to tame his flame. It's a bit out of control there across the world. I mean, no one wants that on their conscience, do they? But we have, if we actually look at the globe here, it is red. And then there's the green, and I want to say the green is kind of, well, it's the earth, but the heart chakra. He looks a lot more, he's kind of attire, his outfit here. It's kind of like it's not fiery. Settled. And it's like now that he's kind of stabilised himself and his Emperor energy, seeing as this wand here is over some roses, it's time for love and romance. Blending of the passion here. Planning. It's a card of partial success as well. Understanding that, there you go, no man is an island. Let's look into this future energy. Messaging, the divine feminine, planning. The Nine of Pentacles with the page who has that pentacle that will create the legacy together. Let's look at what's going on. I can hear the birds outside. Earlier on I was thinking about how I'm kind of planning to go to Amsterdam to this time. I've been a few times, but this time I want to go and see the windmills and the tulips. I was thinking about the end of February, and when I had a look, I think it's more the end of March, but I'm not sure about that. I'll do some more research. But I was kind of singing, tiptoe through the tulips, and I just noticed, what's that? By his feet here. They just look like they took me to tulips. First of all, they took me to poppies. But I feel like there's buttercups, or maybe they're meant to be daffodils mixed in, so I feel they're tulips. You can have a look. Okay. But this, so tiptoe. I feel like he's tiptoeing now around the divine feminine, needing to make amends. Okay. Sending her sweet messages. Could be in the physical. Not necessarily as in the physical, like face to face, but it seems to be physical communication here. So sweet messages delivered to her home. That might be flowers. But I felt more phone conversations. Chatter. Texting, but I feel conversations actually being able to hear their voice. What's going on behind the scene? Okay. Being able to hear their voice, because you're going to hear how they've changed. How they're like mimicking you. That's interesting. The divine masculine's ready to kind of speak. Just trying to think about why she's wearing a glove here. First of all, I felt as if the Divine Feminine wanted to be tender. But then it was like fitting like a glove. Oh, okay. Wearing, there's a parrot here. He's wearing his heart on his sleeve. That might come up a bit more in the visuals. He's wearing his heart on his sleeve. And maybe that's what he's trying to express. That might be why it's not face to face. It might be easier to express his love via text messages. Could be via songs. He might be sending the Divine Feminine actually songs to express. But I feel like it's in the physical. I don't feel we're talking spiritual. He's planning on, for one, blending this passion with the love and how to express that to the feminines. So he's wearing his heart on his sleeve. I feel he's either sending songs or just, it's very romantic. It's straight from the heart. Just like Bryan Adams, apparently. What's going on behind the scenes? Love. He's practicing how to express this love. Look how confident he is. I'm sure they're tulips on his kind of gown. On his gown. We've been talking a lot about a lot springing into action in the spring. Tulips, daffodils. When you see tulips and daffodils, you know spring is here on its way. And I'm talking about how it gets earlier. So I think I'll probably still stick to my plan of the end of February. If they're not there, then I can always go back in March. But I think they're going to be there. Everything's always there when I want it. It was like I never go at the correct time, but it always works out. I don't know. Something like that. Like spring's coming early. What's going on? No, it's not what's going on behind the scenes. We've already had a look at that. That's love. What does the Divine Masculine, how does he view himself? He views himself with the 10 of Pentacles. That's why this is important. The 9 with the 1 needs to deliver the message. So, seeing as this feels a lot about speaking to the Divine Feminine, not necessarily being with her, but definitely communicating, but it feels like from a distance. He's, what's he doing? Tapping in the legacy, but that doesn't make sense. It's like he's sealing the deal. So he'll contact the Divine Feminine to make her aware of his feelings, of the connection. That's how he's feeling about himself. How does this affect others? Well, the Divine Feminine doesn't really know about this. So this could be coming in spring. She's just going with the flow. She's not interfering with this. So it's like this will come as a surprise. This feels like this helps the masculine to tame the love. He knows that it will be too out of control for the two of you to be together. And this is a way to actually just to get used to loving. 3 of Cups. I don't know why, but it was like, I just can't stop. I just can't fight this feeling anymore. And I turn it over and it's just time for a celebration. Hopes or fears? No, not really. It's like you're going to be pulled out from the crowd. You'll be claimed. That's what it tapped. I don't know why I would use that saying, like you tap someone. I don't know what that means, like a claim. Outcome. Divine Feminine. You get the whole, you get it all. Justice with the world. That's an amazing reading. The deal's sealed in the world here. I just felt like that world was closing up and sealing the deal. And it's been kind of connected with the red ribbon. Divine's here. Resurrection. Scales are balanced. The sun is coming into view. It's 11:21. We're just missing that one for it to be 11:22. What's the bottom of the deck? The Divine Masculine, after a lot of twinsideration, looks like he comes in with the offer. Beautiful. Well, that's what's on the mind, on the cards. Very interesting. Let's quickly clarify. It's 11:22 now. Feels like I've been on for ages. Okay, we're going to clarify. Just, I don't want to go too much into it. That was a good story. Whoa. The masculine. Oh, okay. The Emperor here. It's the Divine Feminine here that's got him aflame. And his passion is ignited. Well, we know that. And it's because of the Divine Feminine here. He's got to move on. He's got to calm this energy. Destiny's calling. Say my name when no one is around you. What's the next bit? Is it say maybe I love you? Okay. Moving on to his destiny now. So it feels like it's time to start afresh. What's happened in the past is the Five of Cups. Not seeing the connection, not acknowledging it, needing to build bridges now. In a little bit of a mess at the moment, the masculine is. I think he's coming out of the dark night because you can see his head, he's appearing. Positive movement forward. Perfect. So he may have taken the journey in the boat rather than building the bridges, but it looks like it's been a bit lonely and choppy. Now we have the masculine as the Two of Wands. Stable this energy. Looking out on with fresh vision to new horizons. The Divine Feminine. He just sees the Divine Feminine's beauty. She has the green here, which I think kind of is gonna, they're gonna kind of slot in, aren't they? He just needs to put that world like in the Divine Feminine's heart there. Getting ready to beautify the world. Well, he has the Pentacle, so that's a message. The offer is the underlying energy. But this is a message first. To the Divine Feminine. I feel like he can't stop chatting. There's a lot to tell her. So Something about being undercover and in disguise, because I feel like under the Divine Feminine's like gown here is like the symbol for Wonder Woman, Supergirl. Like she's some kind of hero. And she's quite contented. And it's like he's kind of telling her about her own worth. Accelerated motion with the heart chakra. Yeah, all her wishes coming true. She's going to be hearing everything that she wants to hear about how wonderful she is. It's kind of like that energy of make a wish, or your wishes are about to come true. It's because she's ready to accept love. Because she's in the Nine of Pentacles, and it looks like the masculines are... They want to accept love as well, to give, but they want to give love. Going on behind the scenes, love. Very sloppy. Not too sloppy, romantic. The waiting game and intuition. So this situation has been growing. Looks like it's time for it to be given some air now. It's like that tree needs to break free. It's the Two of Wands. A lot's going on in the Divine Masculine's mind. Oh, of course, sorry. Intuition. Yeah. He's seen a lot of signs. He knows it's time. Because he just keeps going round in circles. I hear this a lot with Divine Masculines when they come to the realisation of their Divine Feminine. They will say it doesn't matter what I do, how much I try and block this love, tell myself it doesn't exist. You can run as much as you want into drugs, alcohol. It still always brings them back. But they say for one, back to my table. They always find themselves back here. But they say it always brings me back to this one particular person. No matter what. It just won't go away. And then they have the surrender. Okay. Ten of Pentacles. It's when you just know. You know that it's time to grow. You're discontented and bored. It's like you're off. It's like actually you can see the rainbow there. And I feel here the masculines, this is the Four of Cups, but he's off to the palace. It looks like it's all lined up for him. Doesn't look like he's got to go through like dense forest here. It's like the Divine Masculine can't handle this discontentment anymore. Have to face your shadow side. That can be your Divine Feminine. You are dark and light. We all are. And that's one thing we have to do is face our shadow and accept it. And you realise that we're all the same. We all have that fiery temper that could arise. The hardest thing to do is to integrate your shadow side into who you are and learn how to tame it and not be ashamed of it. You might need it one day. Okay, let's move on to the Eight of Swords here, where the feminine says, yeah, there's no... If you look, her flame's very much flowing. She's not struggling. She's not struggling. Financial and material changes. So there's a surrender, trusting the flow. It's the masculines here are going through this. The feminines have learned to surrender. It is a card of unfounded fear, but I'm not feeling that here. We spoke about this yesterday, about dropping the fear. Okay, and you can't just say to yourself, you're not going to worry, are you? That's what I hear come through. It's like, you're not going to worry, are you? I'm like, no. All defensive. No, I wasn't. There's no point in doing that. So that's just kind of like all these little realizations that just keep kind of showing up. The realizations you shouldn't really paint your nails before you come on. And I've done the washing up as well, which was even worse. But go with the flow, Divine Feminines. Celebration, you've got the deception and envy here. I just feel the masculines just do not want to miss out anymore. Why would you cut yourself off from love? Really? When it's obvious that it's being offered to you in this lifetime. You just really can't see it. You won't be able to find any sense within that, will you? To cut yourself off from divine love. And it's like the divinest of the divine. A choice, isn't it? Do I really want to be happy this lifetime? Do I really want to experience what love is? The world with justice as the outcome. That's beautiful. Come on, guys. It's harmony. It's bliss. It's like, why would you turn this down? There's material and spiritual prosperity here. It's like he's there. He reached the palace. Took his place. Look how things changed around. When you allow yourself to be happy, first you need to love yourself. Love that passion, that fire. It's burning. It's a burning desire. If you've been following what I've been saying about Napoleon Hill, I believe that's the first kind of principle, is that you have to have a burning desire. Oh, little click there on the shoulder. So you just need a little nudge. Wow. Okay. So this is like, it's really serious, isn't it? It's causing damage if it's not dealt with. What's the bottom? Recognition and reward. And I feel that this probably has to be the biggest hang-up of the divine masculines, because he looks like he really is sorry and wants to apologise and wants this forgiveness. But first he has to forgive himself. You can't go seeking that from others. Once you you deal with your shadow, you integrate it. Once you've forgiven yourself, you won't need others to forgive you. And the right people there'd be nothing to forgive anyway, because they'll understand the journey. No one's perfect. Most people just don't face their shadow side. Not from the light anyway. So we have the recognition and reward, but that is the Three of Pentacles. So as the Three of Pentacles stands, it's about coming into partnership, okay, with like-minded people. Bringing all those ideas together. Looks like the Divine Masculine has a lot of ideas. He really wants to be part of this. I mean, we've got the Pentacles up. So this is serious about the legacy. About this opportunity, this lifetime. Building communities, I feel. Bringing people together. It's like bringing people together, not running away from what you truly love. Right, let's have a look at these Okay, we do the channel of love first. I can do this. The Chariot. That's a good card. A little nudge from Divine, and you can do this, Divine Masculines. The ego turns to God. Yeah, hand it all over. Hand over the need for perfection. I think that people admire people that see their own flaws very much. It helps others to not be ashamed. The awakening of the student. The Hangman. I'm interested to see what the next card is, because we've got I can do this. The ego is turned over to God. The Divine Masculine's being hung there, okay, until... I felt like he was being hung up until he's dried out, like his emotions. So he kind of wants to talk about them now. He's not so emotional. Whitney came in. I get so emotional, baby, every time I think of you. So we already had this energy coming up during the week, this emotional energy every time. The Divine Masculine is quite besotted with the Divine Feminine. Looks like there's time for communication now. So, the awakening of the student. So I feel like he's being hung up until he dries out of, so that he's not too emotional. He's kind of cried a lot. Bliss. I was going to say, well, what's he going to then? Harmony, bliss. The Lovers again. He's ready. Who's ready? It's like, who are we talking about? The Divine Masculine. Magical mermaids and dolphins. So it's like the masculines, he knows he's ready. Divine knows he's ready. Morning affirmations. I felt here because I felt myself saying, so what now? And I feel like the Divine Masculine gets up every morning with good intentions. Say positive affirmations each morning to open the gates of manifestation. Now, I said that this morning I felt like there was this new... It took a while to get going. So, it's not until you start focusing on that that you can realise that you wake up sometimes dreading to get up. I've not dreaded to get up, I think, probably since my husband was really ill, so I wasn't sure what I was going to be getting up to. But until... So I recognise if I'm not in a good mood in the morning, but it's quite nice to kind of wake up and you feel the energy. And that's what I felt this morning, even though it took a while to get going. So it might be worthwhile having a look at the morning affirmations. Remember, going to bed on a positive note, on a positive dream. Okay? You manifest that stuff. That's what you... if you go to bed negative, okay, you're going to wake up with it in the morning. So just shift your perspective on that. So do, like, dream happy before you close your eyes at night and go to sleep. We'll get there in a moment. This card asks you to begin each day with positive intentions and affirmations. So I feel the masculines are definitely like they're waking up with the intentions. Just something else that they're practicing here. Waking up on a happy note. Before arising from your bed, spend a few moments thinking about your desires. Don't worry about how to bring them into physical form. Just allow yourself to imagine that they've already manifested. I do feel this is what the masculines have been doing. Not physically with the divine feminine, but most definitely as waking, before going to sleep, visualising her. So that might be able to help in some way, the divine masculines understand why this is going on, because you've manifested it. Okay. Maybe not intentionally, but that's what your thoughts have done. Don't worry about how to bring them into physical form. Just allow yourself to imagine that they've already manifested. Then make one or more positive affirmations relating to your desires. When you open your eyes, write down these affirmations. It's a good idea to keep a pad and pen on your nightstand. During the day, look at the affirmations and say them mentally or verbally. Okay. I just feel as if the divine feminine's just kind of constantly, continuously on the divine masculine's mind. I felt this very active energy here moving into the future. He has lots he wants to talk about. Lots he's been thinking about, visualising, imagining. I felt like they were good and bad. He wants to know everything. I believe he's ready to tell all. I think he wants to know. He does definitely want to talk a lot to the divine feminine. Treasure chest. An unforeseen An unforeseen windfall of new abundance comes to you now. So I felt this might not be in money, this is just in fun. It's like the divine masculine wants to have fun. Your prayers for financial support have been heard, and assistance is here for you now. It comes in wonderfully unexpected ways. I feel the masculine knows here, just by being with the feminine, they're going to be very abundant. Together they can, I felt like together they're going to be billionaires. They're just going to be so prosperous here. Just with this partial success. I don't think it's it's just a knowing that together they will achieve great things. Remain in a state of gratitude that says that the money is already here, even if there's no visible evidence of it yet. When you feel grateful before the demonstration of supply occurs, it reveals your faith. And your faith in the energy, and your faith is the energy, but we can say your faith in the energy, in the universe. And your faith is the energy that draws riches to you without delay. Affirm frequently, thank you for all of the support, supply, abundance and money that you bring to me. I am grateful for these riches, which I use in divine ways to bring blessings to the earth. Your supply may show up in the form of money, or it may come as new opportunities, brilliant ideas, or gifts from others. Bless and honour heaven's gifts, however they come to you. Your gratitude ensures continual overflowing abundance in your life. I feel like the masculines have been affirming the feminines here. And the feminines know this abundance. And so do the masculines now. That lies within the both of you. But it's kind of like it takes the two of you. Let's get to Sacred Destiny. I'm going to be going soon. It's 11:44. Just missed that. 11:40. No, it isn't. Sorry, it's 11:45. We've just missed 11:44. It's just that one, isn't it? 11:44 for me is always the 144,000. Okay. Rising to help her, this planet, release those good vibrations. We've got security. A fire-lit cave. In ancient times, our forebears took refuge in caves. So did the divine masculines. Okay. It was there that they could seek shelter from the weather and be protected from predators and enemies. The cave offered a safe place to prepare food, sleep, heal, and build community. Caves were also the places where sacred spiritual ceremonies occurred, evidenced by cave drawings and altars that have been built along the ledges. Symbolically, caves often represented a secret pathway to the underworld, the divine womb of Mother Earth, and the Sacred Heart. Also, caves can be energy portals for shamans or other spiritual explorers. It's very interesting. So it kind of brings in I said, Australia's down under, and it says, a pathway to like the underworld and to the divine womb of Mother Earth. Okay. And the Sacred Heart. The sacred landscape wants you to know. It reminded me also of the picture that we've been seeing of the masculine going like back to the flame, and there was the etchings up the wall showing that he should be like kind of going towards the light. So just took me to kind of the cave that he's been in, and he's been trying to go up, and every time he's like drawn back to the flame. Okay. You are safe and protected. No matter what is occurring in your life, you are in safe hands. Those in the realm... I'm so sorry. Let's have a drink. You are safe and protected. No matter what is occurring in your life, you are in safe hands. Felt like it was a hand there, kind of on the flame. At the front here. I'll show you because I felt like that was a hand. No matter what is occurring in your life, you are in safe hands. Those in the realm of spirit are watching over you. You can relax and let go. Once you've taken measures to protect yourself and those you love, such as making sure everyone has their seatbelt on in the car, and making sure your insurance is paid on time, or replacing the filter on your heating unit, then let go. If you have been hypervigilant lately, take a break, relax. Know that all is well. You can turn it all over to the Creator. Okay, I'm going to end on a Mother Mary. I need to loosen up a bit. Oh, that's better. Okay, let's end on this message, guys, and I will catch up with you later. Our Lady with the Moon at her feet. Card number 36. I have heard your heart prayers. I have heard you calling to me silently, in suffering, wanting to let go and grow, and finding that despite all your efforts, still you must endure. It is as if you are sinking when you want to rise, falling when you want to fly. I come to you now with the moon at my feet and ask you to put your trust in me. I will help you outgrow that which no longer serves, so that what you struggle to attain now through effort, in time will come naturally to you. Have faith, what you want is possible, and I will help you get there. The power of habitual consciousness is mighty indeed. Even if we know we want to change, and even if we have taken practical steps to change, the challenge of sustaining ourselves in a new way without falling back into old emotional or psychological patterns can be extremely difficult. This is especially so if what you are seeking to change has been part of your core wounding this lifetime, becoming a habit that seems impossible to break, no matter how much you may want to do so. There is a force of gravity that works. There is a force of gravity that works upon us in this world, not only physically, but emotionally and psychologically as well. It is why, despite tremendous desire and effort, change can be difficult most times, and sometimes even seem impossible at other times. To be able to grow in life requires that we be able to intelligently respond to the challenges that are a natural part of being human. Sometimes those challenges will be self-created and we will want to let them go. These might include coping mechanisms that aren't really helpful for us, such as addictions or shutting people out and withdrawing into a solitude of suffering, or disassociating through compulsive behaviours that undermine our self-esteem and emotional or even financial well-being. Sometimes the challenges will be circumstances imposed upon us by time or by others, and we cannot control that situation and need to find a way not only to bear it, but perhaps even, if we are feeling bold, to transform it from something negative or frustrating into an opportunity to do things differently and feel more freedom. What is needed for transformation, for healthy growth, is strength, patience, and an ability to respond intelligently to life's challenges with a view to making them work for your own personal growth. However, sometimes all of this is just not enough. Sometimes we move this way and that, we wait, we apply ourselves, we take practical steps, and still, despite our best intentions, we may feel ourselves sliding backwards into old habits, old patterns of thinking or being, old emotional patterns. We might not even see them as patterns. We might instead just think that is the way life is and there is nothing we can do about it. But that is not true at all. In such instances, what is needed is the loving intervention and assistance of a being that is more powerful than the gravity that we are unable to counter through our efforts alone. There is no shame in this. In fact, there is wisdom in recognising when help is needed and in accepting it. Like a growing plant that needs a trellis until it has stabilised itself, so too do we humans need divine support at times along our path as we are mastering new levels of consciousness, new habits and new ways of being. If it was easy, everyone would be living exactly as they wanted to be, living without struggle. Clearly, this is not happening in the world as often as we may wish. The Divine Mother will help us move through our struggles, if only we allow her to do so. Her being, her love, is more powerful than our greatest forces of habitual consciousness and behaviour. The miracles of her healing can transform even the most stubborn pessimist into an active optimist. I wanted to go fingers crossed. Our Lady with the Moon at her feet comes to us when we are attempting to outgrow, through inspiration, hope, love, bold, spiritual daring, or big dreams, that which seem to be holding us back or impossible to change. She tells us that through her intervention, we can find the support that we need as we face the challenges of growth, and she will lend us her power to be able to reach for that star, which without her would perhaps be somewhat beyond our reach, for now at least. She also tells us that if we are feeling boxed in or diverted from our higher purpose in life, she will help us. She asks us to pray to her and to know that what is now is not what must always be. Transformation and healing is possible, but you must trust her. You must have a drink. Okay. It's 11:57. You must place more faith in her than in what appears to be. I need to go back. I've really jumped, guys. Okay. She also tells us that if we are feeling boxed in or diverted from our higher purpose in life, she will help us. She asks us to pray to her and to know that what is now is not what must always be. Transformation and healing is possible, but you must trust her. You must place more faith in her than in what appears to be an insolvable or reoccurring difficulty. I was at the right spot, I just needed to go back to make sure. Okay. This oracle is a wild card in the deck, in that it empowers and strengthens any other message that you receive. If you receive this card on its own, it is enough. Okay, well, I'm not going to choose to take another card, okay? The following healing process will help you connect with Our Lady and receive her beneficial help. Now, I wasn't going to take another card from here, but I've been really pulled to pull an affirmator card. Have I got them here? Because it says, if you receive this card on its own, it is enough. But if you choose another card as well, this card asks you to pay extra special attention to the guidance in the other card you choose. Well, we're going to end on an affirmator. So let's pay extra special attention to that card. But first, let's do this. The following healing process will help you connect with Our Lady and receive her beneficial help. Okay. Sense or perceive that it is darkest night all around you. Quiet, open space extends around in all directions. You become aware of a magnificent holy woman lit up like a star in the night sky. She stands with bare feet upon a crescent moon. You notice the moon under her feet. Perhaps you cannot help but look at it. It has a strange glow and is fascinating, mysterious. You then become aware of the feet of the holy woman. As you gaze at her feet, the dark night and the moon fade away, and you are aware of her feet glowing radiantly. A white sun burns in each foot. The light and warmth of those suns shines on you. Imagine you can feel, or intend to receive, the light and warmth of those suns on your face, your body, all the way into your heart. When you are ready, complete your process with the following healing affirmation, said aloud, if possible, with feeling from the heart. Holy Mother Mary, Our Lady with the moon at her feet, protect me with your heavenly grace. Where I would stumble, your love uplifts me. Where I would fail to see, your love opens the eye in my heart and gives me vision. Where I might fail, you ensure success. Together I and all beings succeed in healing growth. I open and surrender into your tender blessing and merciful grace that I will fulfill my divine destiny. Next card is Our Lady of Sacred Union, but we're not getting another one from here. We're going to end on an affirmator. We should pay extra special attention to this card. Okay then. Oh look, there's already one here. It's like scooted underneath the laptop. Hey, this is awesome. Manifestation. If you could have anything you wanted, what would it be? Get specific and get greedy. You are holding a magic wand and you can conjure up anything. Could it be that when you declare your wishes out loud, you're actually casting a spell for your dreams to come true? Or is it just that, in a very practical sense, the more people you speak with about your desires, the more folks there are who know what you want and might have the means to help you make them happen? Either way, stop waiting and start manifesting, but don't use that word if you don't want to. Use it for the good. That brings me to two things. I'll talk about it more on the live at 4 p.m. if you've watched this before. Okay, but I have my Skype calls that are reduced from $100 down to $66. And I said I want to speak to you, as many of you as I can, because you kind of like, you can help me with some things and I can kind of help you with some things. That's what I'm finding. So it's really important that take advantage of that, okay? The manifestation that kind of happens after that call. I don't know what's going on. It's rather strange anyway. So that's why I've dropped the price for the Skype calls, because I do want to speak to, I'm meeting the most amazing people through these Skype calls, and somehow they're kind of like bringing us all together. So, okay, the other thing was about letting go of the past. I've been playing with a past life spread that I'm going to be I think I'm going to be taking the mini readings off of my service list for this month and putting on there a past life reading. It was very interesting. I've never really done anything like that before, and what it kind of come up for me was very interesting. So I actually want to put that as a service, and I think I'm going to do that at $25 for that one. But I am going to show you it. What my plans were actually was to see if to kind of do a little lucky dip and give one of you a quick past life reading live on the live at 4 p.m. UK time. So be there if you get a chance once you watch this, and I've uploaded it. Anyway, so they're my plans for like in a few hours. Right, it's midday. I'm going. Well, it's 4 minutes past midday, so I'm going to go and I'll catch up with you guys soon. Okay, take care, much love, and I will see you all later. Okay, bye for now.